You wasn't equipped to get further than this. That's the whole point I'm making. Chud the Builder, in his life, with his level of intelligence, with his mindset, was never meant to get further than his point that he got right now. He was always going to end up at this point, but he got to this point through social media. If he wasn't going to do it through social media, he's probably going to do it on his own, to be honest. My, oh my. When it rains, it pours, doesn't it, man? I'm telling you. This Chud the Builder character, first off, let's give a rundown of him. Let's give a player assessment, and then we're going to get into the chunk of the video. He's a bigot. He is a racist. He antagonizes black people in public spaces. What else? Also has a history of being pegged by a black woman. What else, man? Also has a history of cosplaying as a fairy. So that's a little something there too. But my, oh my, the ignorant does what the ignorant do. This man caught himself shooting a black man in himself outside of a courthouse. He has decided to be known as the Cheddar Bob of the racist YouTube circles. And man, oh man, the downfall is amongst him. I am here watching. I am here waiting. I am here praying that it continues. Shout out to Amizi for the video. Let's get into it.
I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing. They were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start saying all that chimp out to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He was still wailing on me.
Well, it actually happened. This is breaking news. I was gonna put another Chud the Builder video out today, but this one is definitely gonna have to go on top of it. Chud the Builder has pew-pewed a man that he was in an altercation on the street with. And while doing so, he actually did graze himself.
I'm not gonna lie, bro has been in so many situations in the past few weeks that I don't even know which one to post in what order. Unless it's like 2 days before this one or something, they all kind of blend in. But like I said, man, when you're an idiot, you do idiotic things. It's that simple. You're most likely to do idiotic things. We forget that this man is a fool. He's a buffoon. Look what he does for a living. Of course he would be in a situation like this. Why wouldn't he be?
In the process. Now, I will say there's going to be a deeper dive into this video because there's so much to unpack and I don't have all the details right now. I'm seeing a lot of things floating around on the internet, some of which claiming that the man himself is no longer with us, meaning that Chud did end his life. But I don't know what type of claims Chud is going to make in court with this defense team that he's gonna have if this man is, no longer living or not. But based off of some of the stuff he was saying on stream before this incident, it seems as though he was kind of predicting a situation like this would happen, which would make things really, really tricky.
Yeah, I don't know how to convince you guys that I'm literally a single guy with the camera. Somebody could come up and try to kill me right now. There's nothing I could do about it, but I'm protected by the Lord and I believe in his divine protection. Other than that, I'm literally a sitting duck.
Since his return to streaming, he had not changed pretty much anything that he had done about the way that he goes about making any sort of content.
What Lord is he praying to that's going to protect him, a racist weirdo? What Lord is he praying to? Because that motherfucker seemed lenient. If you ask me, he praying for you? Oh, he damn sure gonna pray for me then. You feel me? If you getting his prayers, I know I am too. So maybe I'm saved too. Maybe I'm protected by the man, these people, bro.
And now we're in a situation where in an act of self-defense, there is himself, Chud the Builder, in the hospital because he grazed himself with a bullet, which I don't know how that's even possible. And also a man in an unknown condition at the time of the recording of this video. Pretty sure we'll probably have some clarification by the time it comes out. All of this to me marks the end-all defeat of a Chud the Builder. But for the most part, I've been screaming this from the rooftops. This type of antagonizing content is not gonna have some good result. It's never gonna end well. And Chud's return to streaming was doomed from the start. start anyway. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way. This saga isn't over with, and I need to get in on it. So get your popcorn ready, because we're doing Chud the Builder 90 times after this one. Now, back into the video. All right, we know who Chud is. No need to explain any backstory. He's the weirdo, racist streamer slash content creator who goes around antagonizing people, egging them on to say the most nonsensical things in the world and claiming that free speech is gonna save him. But what myself and other commentary channels have been trying to tell him is that free speech isn't just a pass to say anything, do anything, antagonize anybody. It's really just a stupid way to build up your content and get a little bit of buzz on your name. Now, where we left off in the saga was Chud the Builder.
Yeah, they know that though, Omizi. That's the thing too. They know that that what they're doing is gonna get a reaction, because that's the only reason they're doing it, to get a reaction, to get attention. If they're not walking up to people saying hi, who the fuck wanna watch that? Oh, this streamer is known for walking around to people and saying positive things. Yeah, I'm sure that, okay, there probably is some streamer out there doing that. But the white ignorant of Chud's archetype wouldn't do something like that. They gotta pick the easy way, the easy, fast money. You know how they say drugs is fast money? The shit he doing is easy, fast social media money. But just like the drugs and all that, and you gonna crash and burn. Eventually, either your own doing or someone gonna do it to you. Shit, at least when you selling drugs, they consenting to buying it. But niggas is not consenting to you walking up to them calling a hardy yard. Who the fuck wanna go outside, go to the gas station, and get called a racial slur? Like, come on, bro. Man, oh man.
They're getting arrested for stealing dinner and then becoming a public nuisance, harassing people, resisting arrest, all these other things. Also breaking his bond agreement from the last time he got arrested. A criminal, a douchebag, a charlatan, all these different things. And coming out of that jail cell and jumping right on the live stream, you saw a change in the demeanor of Chud the Builder. Something spooked him in there, and he's realizing that the consequences of his actions are real.
They took me to a building that was not the jail. After they arrested me, they did not take me to the jail to book immediately. They took me to some building, then some dude in plain clothes gets out. He's clearly a detective, and he takes me into the room in the back of the building, leaves me there for like an hour. He tells me that, oh, you know, the FBI is interested in talking to you. We're waiting on him. He comes in there. They sit down. He's like, okay, I'm with the terrorist, anti-terrorist organization, or whatever unit. He's talking to me, asking me questions, saying, are you with any organizations? And I'm like, organizations? I'm literally just a dude with a phone. Then he says, well, are you affiliated with the GDL? Like, what the is a GDL? Never even heard nothing like that. The Goyim Defense League.
Now, this wasn't just some sort of simple arrest. Chud the Builder bypasses the neighborhood booking and gets upscaled to the FBI and some sort of major interrogation. Now, probably because, I don't know, he couldn't read the room for the past couple years, Chud the Builder had to have realized that there's been a collective of, you know, provocateurs, groups of people who are anti-this, anti-that, anti-black, Jew, gay, all these things that have been growing in the United States. And this is part of the reason why his whole free speech gimmick falls apart. Sure, you can say things in a vacuum, I guess, but not realizing that there are
just like a lot of other risky things are dangerous paths, unconventional careers people take, you know, that goes against societal norms. Most people think they'll be the one that get away with it. That's not gonna happen to me. I wish somebody would. They say little stuff like that get them through their day. And what I say, all it takes is one situation. You can have 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 amazing days, my nigga. You have one bad day, and someone else's day is worse than yours. It's over for you. That's how quick that shit go. So it's best you don't go around calling people racial slurs. That's what I would suggest to anyone out there wondering. Take it or leave it. That's all I got.
Tons of others that share those sentimentalities, you're gonna get lumped in, just like you kind of lump in people and put them in a group and in a collective. So quickly into that FBI investigation, they accused Chud the Builder of being a part of an organization or a group. Now, I had to look it up, but the GDL is basically a group of white supremacists that are provocateurs in the space that go around spreading anti-Semitic rhetoric, and they do public stunts, basically. So they go in public, make a mockery of people, wear certain costumes and clothing, try to provoke people in the public space, similar to what Chud actually does. See, Chud doesn't realize that while the internet is rewarding him for these clips that he's putting out, which they're really not, to be quite honest with you, they aren't. He's gonna Chud around and find out, because real life people don't take this stuff lightly. And it's
That shit was hella corny, but that shit was funny as fuck though. Chud his way to find out, or chud around and find out.
not just the average everyday person that you run up on at a gas station or while walking down the street. Now the legal system is involved with you. Even if you got out of this situation, which he does, because he ultimately doesn't, you know, get detained for being a part of this group here, your name is on a watch list, buddy. They know about you and they are looking at your every move. Let's be clear, they're watching your streams as we speak going forward. It's not a joke anymore. That character that you're trying to play isn't landing, and it looks like it's wearing on you. Also, in the return stream, the energy of Chud felt off. He kept saying that nothing.
Usually it gets tiring. It gets tiring being it gets tiring being that racist out and about every single day. I'm gonna be real. Spreading that much hate every day is gonna wear down on you. That's why a lot of these older people, they keep a lot of their racist thoughts themselves sometimes, unless they're really comfortable. They know they don't got a lot of years left, so they saving whatever energy they got, and they using their racial slurs, they using they hate speech sparingly. Chud is starting to run out, my nigga. He's starting to run out of hate speech. He's starting to run out of rhetoric. He's starting to run out of talking points. So now he gotta do is act out. But that what happens when you're ignorant. That what happens when you're ignorant. That what happens when you're a fool. You wasn't equipped to get further than this. That's the whole point I'm making. Chud the Builder, in his life, with his level of intelligence, with his mindset, was never meant to get further than this point that he got right now. He was always going to end up at this point, but he got to this point through social media. If he wasn't going to do it through social media, he's probably going to do it on his own, to be honest. Niggas like this don't be too successful in other parts of life.
Affects him, nothing impacts him, he's fine and he's dandy.
Well, I don't feel so defeated. I'm just tired. I'm not defeated about anything that you guys know about yet.
But the bomb that he drops really reveals the real life consequences of when you pose yourself as being one of these dickheads on the internet. My mama always told me that you are a representation of everybody else that shares your last name or your image or your likeness. I have a brother on social media named Legend of Winning, and if he or I do something bad, it always comes back to bite one another in the butt. That's why it's fairly important to keep our names clean. Chud the Builder doesn't realize that though. He doesn't realize the actions that he has on the internet will have real world.
It's important to have a clean face card, man. Your face card got to be clean and your name got to be clean. That's all throughout life. People think that you only have to have a clean name, a clean reputation, like when you're like in the streets. Like that's the only time that it matters. No, you need to have a clean reputation throughout daily life. If you're a regular civilian, you better hope people don't got nothing negative to say about you. Why is everybody always talking down on you? Nigga, you don't got that many haters. What are you doing to people? You feel me? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So it's like, every interaction has an influence on someone. Sometimes big, sometimes small, but there's an influence in there. So, watch how you act, watch how you interact with people. You know what I'm saying? You going around agitating people, you're gonna be known as an agitator, and people don't like agitators.
Implications up until now where he gets disowned from his family.
I might as well just tell you what I'm really upset about. My son's mother texted me today saying that she wants to change his name, switch it from mine. She fears for him. You know, she's like, oh, you tarnished your name, and I don't want him to have to deal with that. And I'm sitting there thinking, I walk through the streets and respectable people are literally stopping their cars in the road to shake my hand. I'm walking past people that want to take a picture every second, and the only people that don't like me are that are trying to kill me. She's more racist than I am is the funny thing. She's not they always want to make bullshit up.
Do you know how much of a douchebag you have to be in order for your presumably racist, at least as Chud said, baby's mother to disown you and your last name because of the stuff that you're putting out on the internet? How you're...
So he has a baby mama.
getting publicly ousted and publicly blasted, that's got to be some of the most embarrassing stuff in the world. If your digital footprint ever gets like that, you should probably reconsider doing your job or doing whatever the fuck you are doing. I don't know. This is so weird. And Chud is like befuddled here because he can debate everybody else, right? He can debate the police, he can debate the platforms, he can debate the people on the street, but he can't debate a mother trying to protect their child. You can call it whatever you want, but when the backlash and ramifications are coming to somebody else who is loosely adjacent to you, then you seriously should sit down and look in the mirror. Now, for what it's worth, he still doesn't really get it. Towards the end of that same segment, he actually just takes blame off of himself, saying that, you know, he's just walking down the street being a respectable man, and that his baby's mother is the one that's a coward because she's a woman.
She's not a fucking liberal or anything. She's just a woman. They're all cowards, and I get it. You know, they don't understand what it means to be at war. I try not to be like that.
But this just exposes how defeated that he is.
Bro, the shit that they say makes no sense. Who are you at war with? Like, it has to be satire. It has to be. Are the cameras on? Because there's no way this is a real person who's this dumb, who's this obtuse. There's no way.
He's really just making up a bunch of excuses as to why he is the one putting his life in this situation right now. So Chud can say that he is not defeated all that he wants, but when your family/child's mother is taking away the last name of your child, the thing that you're supposed to share, your claim to fame here, then it looks like the content is already beating you, buddy. It looks like you're already defeated. I can tell by the tears that are about to come up off of your face. And now that Chud the Builder is weaker than he's ever been, the internet is gonna do what
honestly, and that's probably best for the child, to be honest. The thing is, he know the baby mama got a good point. You ruined your name. Like, your name, you're cooked, bro. I don't want my kid being attached to you like that. Shit, he already got you as a father. He already didn't get behind in life just off of that. You want him to be off worse? Or you want him to be worse off? No. But he want to, he got to flip it. He got to make it into something that it ain't so he can feel better about himself. Nah, bro. Real life shit has real life consequences, man. Facts.
Internet starts to do. They're gonna dig and they're gonna dig and they're gonna dig. Problem is that Chud is gonna give them as much ammo as possible. This is where we introduce Chud's bedroom behaviors. Now, I'm not one that is to shame what people do in between them sheets and behind closed doors. We all like something different, you know what I'm saying? We all like something a little bit of strange. But what makes this so interesting is that for somebody who has posed themselves to be this big, aggressive, macho man, free speech type of dude, you would never think that he was hanging around somebody named Lily Venus. What does she call herself?
So yes, pretty bitch with a big dick.
And you would never, and I mean never, think that he would get into some of the stuff that she is claiming that he gets into.
Well, he's not lying. I already told y'all we used to smoke. He used to sell me weed. And we did raw dog. A lot. Me, him, and my ex-wife. I am a professional pegger. It is no secret that I perform prostate massages, if you will, for men. I've been doing it. So yes, pretty bitch with a big dick. I have not fucked Dalton since like 2015. He was a little chubbier then. His cheeks used to clap in such like the cutest way. Now
What?
Chud, he doesn't even have a little chubby butt no more, so I probably wouldn't fuck him again. But I'm wondering, did you bring that up because you want to spin the block? Now, when I first fucked him, he was a virgin, and I'm having a hunch that he probably hasn't been fucked since me and my ex-wife. We can start small, buddy. I got you, but you don't have to fucking cap. Like, if you're gonna say that.
Of course he was getting piped down by a black professional pegger. Of course he was. The way that he lives his life, it all makes... I mean, look at this nigga, bro. This nigga's in a fairy costume. Come on, gang. Like, you got the fairy costume, you got everything else. Okay, let's say he just had the fairy costume and then he lived everything else that he said. It was just like, damn, okay. Maybe maybe you was just curious. Maybe you just wanted to try that costume for that day. But everything else added up? Yeah. I know all I need to know about you. I got no more questions. I'm getting all the answers.
We fucked, say the whole truth. okay?
Now, for what it's worth, these are all allegations. Although this woman does know very, very intimate details about Chud the Builder. And for what it's worth, Chud the Builder himself or his cameraman or his team or whatever the case may be have linked Chud the Builder with this woman. So, you know, we're calling it an allegation, but he's even at least a little bit supporting some of the claim here. This allegation makes the character and the facade of Chud the Builder look so false. It looks like it's sitting on a freshly dunked Oreo ready to crumble. This is a contradiction. How does such a mighty masculine man do the bending, as Janet Jackson would say?
Are you gay?
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
Now people, even those that were supporting Chud the Builder, are starting to question him and his validity. Now he doesn't look just racist, he looks performative in all of this. Was all of this true? Was it a stunt to become somebody bigger and more famous in this space? And ultimately, at what cost? Now, you're known as the guy that's doing the bending, or you're bending in this situation for Lily Venus. And you can see the lack of seriousness that people are taking him when he comes back for his first IRL return stream. First of all, I think it's important to note that he did not learn an absolute thing after being detained, after being questioned for being on this list or in this organization or whatever the case may be. He's going back to being good old Chud the Builder that everybody knows and hates on the internet.
Think, is it www? Why the fuck would you send me a link that doesn't work? Bro, I need a real manager that's not a fucking yeah, that link doesn't work. Good job. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not fucking doing this. Yeah, TTS not working. It's not gonna work. Get somebody who knows how to do what the fuck they're supposed to do. Take a second to add the TTS link. Yeah, I go to add it. It's fucking not even a link.
He can't even handle a simple issue without doing some sort of public meltdown. It shows how fragile Chud the Builder actually really is. But I don't think that the meltdown was the biggest takeaway from me when he returned to live streaming. It was actually the reception.
You know what it is? That boy on high alert. See, when you're going through life and you don't have all the answers to your problems, and the answers that are to your problem are in the hands of someone else, you're gonna feel uneasy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get irritable over things that you probably wouldn't get irritable the week before that problem arrived. Everything else just seems like a goddamn, like, this fucking link don't work. Like, what the fuck? Like, everything is just stacked on top of each other. You ready to crash out over a link not working? Damn. Hey, man. Hey.
That he got from the people on the street. His name is out there. The word is out and everybody knows about who he is. So they're not entertaining the conversation as they once were. They're just insulting him, you know, not falling for the rage bait, and honestly keeping it pushing because they are so done with Chud the Builder. Everybody is done with Chud the Builder.
What up, guys?
She a bitch, bro. No, I don't want to dab you up.
Fuck you, then.
I want to dab you
Pussy-ass white boy.
All right, bro.
Yeah,
Whatever.
go fucking suck a big black
You
dick.
claim to be a Christian, though. You claim to be a Christian, though.
Yeah, don't
Ironic.
square up with me, little kid.
Little kid, bro. I'm
Yeah,
17.
little
I'm
bitch.
still.
Why did bro have to say black though? We couldn't just say, just leave it as no race, let him pick whatever race he wanted to pick, but you assigned a black one to him?
That's your ass, bro.
Come over here and say
I just
that
got
again.
committed to fucking.
Are you
D2.
threatening bodily harm? You might want to watch out, kid.
I've been back.
Threatening bodily harm again.
Shave that beard. Shave that little ass mustache you got. You look like a pussy. Straight pussy. No, what was that shit that got leaked to you with you with the fucking filters
Which
on looking like a
AI
little
pick
bitch?
you like? Which
AI pick?
Which one's your
Not
favorite?
AI.
Which one's your favorite?
That was not AI.
Talk about a no.
Hey, I knew it was gonna happen. Nah, that wasn't me. That was AI, gang. You letting AI just control your mind, bro. Open up your mind. Open up your third eye. Why would I be dressed in that? No, bro, that was you. It ain't AI, gang. Hey, niggas think AI is a get out of free card. No, bro. No.
No frontal lobe.
All right.
That arrest was supposed to serve as some sort of warning to Chud the Builder that people are no longer going to tolerate or put up with or accept the type of nonsense that he puts out into the public ethos. And that was supposed to help him change his content, change his mind, maybe do something a little bit differently. But ultimately, it's not working. It's falling flat. And if he didn't get it from those people in the jail cell, if he's not getting it from the people on the street that now aren't falling for the gimmick, aren't falling for the rage bait or whatever the case may be, he probably should be getting it from people who, even even looked at, you know, supporting him or using him as some sort of content turning against him as well. Adin Ross is somebody who we know loves the provocateurs. He loves to get these racist people on these streams and, you know, have them either entertain the audience or be crazy on stream so he can get a bunch of views, or invite him to his brand risk boxing event. But now even Adin Ross is out on Chud the Builder.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. On Twitter, there was a page that were hating on me, bro. They were mad at me that I was trying to get him on brand risk.
Get him on brand risk. Come on, homie. You're a businessman. This is about entertainment.
But
find a nigga that want to fight him.
But Unc, no, you're not understanding. Like, the black Twitter's mad at me for trying to get him on brand risk.
Well, they wasn't mad when King Von and Lil Durk was on $1 million mouth worth of game, and they were serial killers.
Listen, I'm reading this page. Every time
Nigga, what? That's two totally different type of situations. Like, what? I swear, Charleston White, man, don't even take that, bro. Don't even take him serious. You got a racist Jew calling an older black man Unc, and they're discussing whether they should have a racist dude on a fight card. What? To fight a black man, Chibu. What? These people, bro. That's, man. Take a step back and see it for what it is.
Hardcore anti-black racist person appears, Adin Ross promotes and elevates them. Nick Fuentes, Gypsy Crusader, and now he's trying to do it with Chud, the loser.
Well, every time they get one of them old killing ass niggas that done killed somebody, been to prison and hurt people, they elevate them. So what's the difference?
Okay, but do you think he's doing it in a provocative way?
So what? I do it in a provocative way when I say, fuck your dead baby, bitch ass nigga. Fuck your hood. Fuck old block. Fuck King Von. I do it in a provocative way.
I feel like, do you think he's going out in person getting drunk and baiting?
Yeah, nigga, why not do it? You see how much attention he's getting.
Now, ultimately, I do believe that Adin Ross is going to have him on the live stream because it's Adin Ross at the end of the day. But this is going to show, the second guessing that is, that people are recognizing how much of a brand risk it is to have Chud on there, no pun intended, how much of a liability it's going to be, and this can ultimately be detrimental to your business. And I do think that it says a lot when even Adin Ross is reconsidering, somebody who has no problem with having these types of people on the platform. And that means you got to be doing something right or wrong, I guess. Now, of course, he's still gonna have some sort of supporters in the space. Myron from Fresh and Fit loves this guy. He thinks the bee's knees of him. And even Sneeko is coming to his defense and aid as well. Just on their knees for him, heavy.
Chud, if you see this clip, bro, look, man, all these motherfuckers hate you. They're looking for something to go after you with. So you just gotta be on point, bro. And I'm not saying that on some hating shot. I actually want to see him win. I actually think he's hilarious. I think it's funny. And quite frankly, watching all these fucking get so butthurt over a word goes to show the problems in the black community. Like, they'll sit there and be willing to risk it all, lose their life over somebody saying, like, really, bro?
Like the word, remember? When you couldn't say for so many years and now everybody says it again? Because you're not going to call a you call somebody stupid when they're acting like a who said that, Steve Carell in The Office. It's true. You don't say it to be hurtful. Every other word can be like that too. Do people see what I'm saying? By getting this upset at that word, you're giving it power. You're attributing a lot of meaning and hurt and emotion to it. You're allowing this to control you, and it's just a...
Bro, people are so fucking dumb. People always talk about something, you're attributing this, that, and that to it. No, that's what's associated with it already off the bat. Nigga, where do you think the word originated from? What? Everything you just said, talking about you're attributing pain, you're attributing negativity to it. Nigga, that's where it came from. It came from negative. We repurposed it. Matter of fact, not even repurposed, because it's totally, the harder you are and nigga is two different things, first off. That's two different things. White people shouldn't say it at all. Shouldn't say either. Nobody really should say either, except for black people. There's some people who be like, you know, black people shouldn't say it themselves, whatever, that's a personal opinion. Do your thing. But my point is, it's like, bro, these people have the same talking points. Sneeko is have the mighty fell off. Like, god damn, bro. Is this what you gotta do? Bro is a shameless grifter. Shameless. Whatever content creator is popping off at the time, catch Sneeko right there around the corner, making a video, reacting to a clip, glazing them. Expect it.
word. At the end of the day, it is just a word.
Now, for what it's worth, we all knew that these two numbskulls would be on his side, but I think you should probably say to yourself, if you're Chud the Builder, like, is it a good thing that Sneeko and Myron are the ones that are, you know, hyping me up? Is that really a good thing? I don't know. Especially if at the end of the day, these people aren't gonna help you in your IRL situation. Myron and Sneeko have nothing for your baby's mother changing your child's name. All they're gonna do is get on their platforms and talk about, oh, that's crazy, women are this, women are that, and the third, and your child's now gonna have a new last name. Like, ultimately, their words are just words as well. They're not gonna do anything to actually.
They're gonna use your baby mama situation as a clip. They're gonna use it as an opportunity to get a few videos off, and then they're gonna go on about their lives. Of course.
Help you when the FBI moves you up on the list of white supremacist provocateurs. They're not gonna be there for you in that type of support. It might extend some words, but again, words are just words. I think the aftermath of Chud's arrest is just proving the original point that the content isn't worth it. I don't care what nobody says. Once you leave the internet, it stops being entertainment. Chud came back trying to act like he survived all of the controversy, but you can't hide it in your face, gang. Everybody around you is saying the opposite. The police are asking deeper questions. Your family is turning against you. Your past is being dragged up. It's really, really, genuinely speaking, not looking good. And this isn't even because I'm anti what you're saying. This is just an objective fact. If you are doing dumb shit that's gonna cost the people in your immediate life off the internet when you log off, you know, connection, and it's gonna have real life consequences, then what the fuck are you doing it for? To have fun and for free speech? Again, is there no other way to have fun and get off your free speech takes? It's stupid, gang. It's the stupidest thing in the world. Chud thought he was turning racism into content, but now the content is turning his real life into a punchline. It's exactly what happens when you Chud around.
Ooh, shout out Amizi for the video. Yeah, Chud was doomed for this life. He was doomed from it since he was groomed to be who he is. Maybe he was raised a certain way and then he chose this after. Who knows? Either way, he was susceptible to it. Either way, he was open to it. Either way, he wanted to do it. He seen that there's a bag, but he thought it was gonna be smooth and easy, that no consequences would come. Like, come to me, nigga, I'm white. What the fuck? We in America. Why would consequences happen to me? But you're not the right kind of white. You're not the smartest kind. You're the little lowly ones that made it out the trailer park, and this is the highest you'll ever be known for. You'll be known for just being a racist, agitator, streamer that got. I'm go. Peace.